No matter where you are in the world, I want to wish everyone in my XRP family a wonderful Sunday. The way things are going in the coin markets right now is just crazy. The market is in such a great place right now that it's really exciting. And I've talked to all of you about this. And as I've already said, you are first and foremost showing an amazing amount of support. Donating more money will make sure you don't miss any channel changes. So please think about doing that. I try to give you details that were specific as possible, as exact as it could be, so you can see everything that was going on. For another thing, I promised myself that we would post every day, starting with the start of the second half of the year, which was about 6 days ago. There will be no changes to this promise until the end of the year. Because you guys are so great, I'd really appreciate it if you could help me out. Besides that, it's great for the station. Suppose, though, that you are having a great day in every way. Don't forget what day it is. Right now, it's Sunday. At this point, we think of every weekend as a weekend. Remember the things that happened. Because of more hacking, the CME futures market is now closed. When compared to this, Bitcoin has gone up, along with the market as a whole. The price of XRP has gone up by 3.2% and is now selling at $221.00. On top of that, the price of Bitcoin has gone up by about 2.1%, with about $2,110,000,000 worth of trades happening every 24 hours. The market capitalization is hit $134,330,000,000. The value of the market has gone up by almost $2 billion, 0 cents, and trade has gone up about twice as much as it did yesterday. Before we go any further, though, I want to make it exceptionally clear that nothing on this channel is meant to be taken as financial advice. There are a lot of things you should do before putting money into cryptocurrency. Do some study, just like you would when you make any other investment. Take a look. There are a lot of different cryptocurrencies in a table, but you won't find a green table like this one. The land is green every day of the year, whether it's 30 days, 14 days, 7 days, or 24 hours. We've also been making a point of saying how well XRP compares to the rest of the market. Remember that the value of XRP has stayed the same. Well, we're going to keep telling you about something that many people forget, is the fact that XRP has been one of the best coins to hold for the past 7 to 8 months, or since the start of the year still. Let's take a look at this. In other words, this means that Bitcoin moves net for traded funds and publicly traded companies. Large and small businesses alike are buying Bitcoin very quickly. According to information in Bitcoin accounts, public companies bought 1,151,355 Bitcoin in the second quarter of 2025. This made their share count go up by 18%. Stock market funds, during the same time period, 111,411 Bitcoin were bought, which is an increase of 8%. For the third quarter in a row, companies have bought more Bitcoin than exchange-traded funds, ETFs. So far in 2018, public businesses have bought 237,664 Bitcoin, which is twice as much as the 117,295 Bitcoin bought by exchange-traded funds. At the moment, 855,000 Bitcoins are owned by public companies. This makes up 4% of the total cost. Bitcoin is in high demand among businesses, and that desire is only going to grow. Why do I need to bring this to your attention? Guys, would you think that if a business asked for such a big amount, they wouldn't look at a different type of asset? When we talk about the master of the market, it's similar to how we talk about another type of asset that is definitely changing the blockchain scene. We can already see that things are starting to happen with XRP. There are publicly traded companies that are constantly looking for financing to get more money in order to grow their XRP reserves. Hey, check that out. All of those puzzle pieces are starting to fit together. But with a number of 66, the Bitcoin fear and greed measure is still in the greed zone. You may already know this to be true. Yes, it's clear that we want things badly. What a funny way that person says what they want to say. We haven't eaten anything, though, since December 2024. Let's start to see him as this is very important news. The Bank of Canada is looking into the potential of a digital dollar that could connect to a computer over open CBDC. They are focusing on privacy when they do this, spreading out power. It's also important to pay attention to what the smoke is saying. Remember that XRPs will be much more useful now that Ripple has the secret way. Ripple has a deliberate reason for existing because of this. At the moment, they mostly handle foreign payments and cryptocurrency funding. This is an important step toward becoming a full-fledged player in the area of institutional finance. Ripple can now offer prime brokerage services, trading custody, and other financial services to hedge funds and other financial firms. Because it owns Hidden Road, it has access to finance and clearing possibilities. This could, however, also make XRP a lot more useful. The truth is that Hidden Road is thinking about moving its post-trade clearing to the XRP-PL system. It will be shown that the blockchain can handle a lot of business flows. Ripple has everything planned out. There is no question that they had a plan for how to move when they did it. It looks like everything is set up for them to take on a secret role and, if you will, turn it into a full-fledged clearinghouse by offering these services and acting like an agency. Always remember that the officials gave them permission to move forward. As a result, everything makes sense. What the Trump government did set the stage for everything that followed, so it looks like everything they did was well thought out. For the well, I mean pay the way for extra P to keep going up in value. I meant to say pay the way, but I couldn't be sure of that. Your duty is to give credit where credit is due, even if you don't feel anything for him. He did everything he said he would do, whether you like him or not. This is something I've said from the start, or pretty much ever since he took office. Regarding cryptocurrency, he said during his campaign that he would make it possible for everyone to get cryptocurrency and that the US would become the center of the cryptocurrency world. Besides that, he promised to explain the rules, which means that there has never been anything like this before because you are being able to see it happen now. It was only fair that I give credit where credit is due. You can find this out on your own. A huge number of codes can be used right away, as has already been demonstrated. Not long ago, XRP was named 7th among the top 10 cryptocurrency coins. It has been possible for the value of XRP to keep going up, though, since the federal government changed. The Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, and Ripple, the company that makes the XRP coin, are still in court after more than 4 years. In this light, Gary Gensler's removal as head of the CC is a major event. To say it again, we were given some very important new information in that case, but we have not